Local, state, and federal law enforcement say they recently uncovered a network that could have crippled New York's cellular systems. Officials found more than 100,000 SIM cards and 300 SIM servers, which are enough to cause chaos for communication in the tri-state area. Lee Wallman is live in New York City. Lee, good afternoon to you. What could have happened if this disruption to the telecom system wasn't stopped?
Annie, that's a great question. This was the largest seizure ever of these types of devices. If it wasn't stopped, it could have overwhelmed cell towers and crippled New York City's cell service. A Secret Service agent says this electronic maze was so powerful, it could have sent encrypted and anonymous text messages to every single person in the U.S. within 12 minutes.
What they found in New York could be extended anywhere. And it's essentially, you're not following a culprit. You're just following pings as an investigator.
Electronic safe houses were found in areas that surround New York City's cellular network infrastructure, according to officials briefed on the investigation. This started as an investigation into swatting calls against high-ranking U.S. officials. But what the Advanced Threat Interdiction Unit and other law enforcement agencies found was an operation capable of disabling cell phone towers, disrupting emergency services, and enabling spies, hackers, and organized crime.
Foreign governments, criminals located in the United States, are using this network to run their organizations. That includes cartels.
While the network is no longer a threat, the Secret Service is still trying to determine the motive and who exactly is behind it. But they're issuing a word of caution. This isn't an isolated threat.
The idea that this is just New York is just ridiculous. People who can get into these systems and they seek ransom, they seek money, or they just seek disruption for disruption's sake.
Bruce Jenkins with Black Duck, a company that identifies risk in software, says collaborative efforts between the private and public sectors can help to protect telecom networks across the country.
When risks like this pop up, there's a way for one to communicate with the authorities and share that information.
Now, right now, the Secret Service unit is working to identify any similar networks like the one they found here in New York, other places across the country. The Secret Service director said, quote, the potential for disruption to our country's telecommunication posed by this network of devices cannot be overstated. Annie?
Pretty unsettling. Lee, let me ask you this. How can the private sector step up to work alongside the law enforcement entities to prevent these disruptions?
That's a good question. It's one we asked as well. Jenkins with Black Duck explained that companies who manufacture these SIM cards need to carefully monitor and evaluate their supply chain to ensure that these SIM cards don't get into the wrong hands. But ultimately, this comes down to effective communication between these private entities and these public law enforcement agencies, making sure that both of them report anything that could be deemed suspicious. Jenkins explained, though, there is sometimes some reluctance on the part of these private companies to share this data because they're unsure on how it will be used and they're worried about any potential data leaks.
All right, Lee Wallman live from New York City this afternoon. Thank you for that report, Lee.